And here they are, Team Super Dragon.
Super Dragon, making his return to IWA Mid-South, was active in last year's Ted Penny Invitational. Known for the curb stomp, a very brutal maneuver crushing the faces of his opponents.
Super Dragon standing off. Wait a minute. What the hell? How are they? What the hell is going on, Kevin?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Super Dragon making his return to IWA Mid.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, again returning to IWA.
How many Super Dragons can there be? I know that he couldn't make it on night one and participate in the tournament, and I know he wanted to give the fans what they wanted, but 4 of them?
I think one of the 4 Super Dragons might be Mabel from Men on a Mission.
And there, I think that's the real Super Dragon. I'm pretty sure that's the real Super Dragon. It's like Survivor Series.
A game of luchas and dragons here tonight in IWA Mid-South.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an 8-man tag team elimination match. Introducing the team to my left. First, from parts unknown, Puma. From Tijuana, Mexico, the generic luchador El Generico. From McHenry, Illinois, Brendan Tomaselli. And from Flavor Country, by way of Beer City, Spider Nate Webb. Together, they are the ultra-generic Puma Spyders.
There you have it, the ultra-generic Puma Spyders.
Interesting team name.
And their opponents. First, from Orange County, California, Super Dragon. Hailing from Dungeons and Dragons, Joey Ryan. From Dragon Ball Z, Double C, Claudio Castagnoli. And from Dragon Quest, Alex Shelley.
Team Super Dragon comprised of Double C, Joey Ryan, Super Dragon, and Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley taking some time to jaw jack.
This should be a very interesting encounter. Wide variety of styles, wide variety of masks. I think there is much fun to be had in the near future for TPI fans.
So by process of elimination, we have found the real Super Dragon.
Or so we believe. Many surprises underneath the Super Dragon mask thus far. We still don't know. That may not be indeed the real Super Dragon.
Bryce Remsburg going to have his hands full with this one. Looks like Super Dragon is going to start for his team. Quite a team Super Dragon does have behind him here tonight. Looks like Brandon Tomaselli will start with here with Super Dragon.
The crowd already fully behind this matchup before we even have the opening lockup. Double C getting the fans behind him, using his dragon-like ways.
Collar and elbow tie up here. Super Dragon, one of the most anticipated competitors here on Ted Petty weekend. Unable to be in the Ted Petty Invitational. Hand-picked Joey Ryan to replace him in the tournament. Joey Ryan losing to Eric Cannon in the first round. Alex Shelley came up a loser in his match with Mike Quackenbush. Double C was not able to defeat the American Dragon.
And Tomaselli already taking Super Dragon down to the canvas, trying to get the advantage on the leg, and Dragon takes over and now has him in a standing ankle lock and also driving pressure into the knee. And Tomaselli finds a way out of it. Already raising the ire of his opponent, Super Dragon.
Going after Puma. Puma not one to take that. Comes right in. His teammate's able to hold him back.
And now we have Puma and Super Dragon.
Nate Webb taking exception. Super Dragon really trying to raise the ire of his opponent here. Now Puma tagged in. He and Super Dragon, no strangers to one another, I would imagine. Both wrestling from the West Coast.
And both men back up to the vertical base.
Puma lost to Skyda on night one. El Generico falling short against Matt Seidel.
And now we've got a top wrist lock, Super Dragon and Puma. Jockeying for position, Puma getting the advantage first and bridging back the Super Dragon. Dragon tumbles out, gets the armbar, trying to work him into a hammerlock, and Puma tried to sit out, but unsuccessful.
Super Dragon in control at this point. Puma, nice kip up.
Puma springs back to his feet, but right back to that arm is Super Dragon. Puma with a roll through, wind up, cartwheels out of it, and look at the athleticism already by Puma being displayed, and takes the arm dragon, Super Dragon, back into the corner.
Super Dragon tags out into Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley now, single leg pickup. Now taking control of the ankle, working over the leg of Puma. Trying to slow this very fast individual down, and now driving his weight in, and Puma trying to find a way to ease the pressure.
The fans all over Alex Shelley, or at least a few are. As Shelley tries to maneuver his way around with Puma. Both men fighting for position on the ground. Oh, he's going to take the mask off. Oh, come on.
He's going for the mask. That's one way to raise the ire of Puma or Generico very, very quickly. And now that is not where Alex Shelley wants to be. He is in the corner of all four men of Team Super Ultra Mega Spider Puma.
Generico with side headlock.
I'm sorry, Ultra Generic Puma Spiders.
Shelley slapping him back down to the ground. Generico trying to work out of the head scissors here. Unable to do so thus far. Now able to roll through, but in a bit of no man's land here as Team Super Dragon. Now Generico able to get back.
Very wise strategy on the team. The non-dragon team, I think is what I'll say for shortened purposes.
Shelley
trying to keep Shelley in their corner.
Tagging out to Double C, Claudio Castagnoli.
Castagnoli, a very impressive showing in the first round of the Ted Petty Invitational against the American Dragon, Brian Danielson. Came up just short in the final moments.
Brandon showing some of that amateur background now, trying to get down and dirty with Claudio Castagnoli. Double C, one of the best wrestlers in North America. During the Q&A session today, a lot of the wrestlers, when asked who the most underrated wrestler going today was, a lot answered Claudio Castagnoli.
And now the strategy still staying to the arm of Castagnoli.
Nate Webb now in.
And Castagnoli breaks down that vertical base, takes Nate down back to his...
Right back to the wrist. Back into the control, back where he feels comfortable. Nate Webb now takes him down. Up and around. Lands on his feet, takes him over.
And Castagnoli
Roll him
converts
over.
into the sunset flip. Nate with just a kick. And Nate backflip out of it. And a drop kick to the face of Claudio Castagnoli.
Arm drag. One more. Nate Webb going move for move with double C.
And now it's time for the Team Super Dragon to regroup on the outside a little bit on the shorter end of that exchange. And now this is Super Ryan back in the ring.
Brandon Tomaselli back in for his team. Cartwheels through himself, up and over, and the technical wizard not on top at this point in the game. Joey Ryan calls himself the technical wizard. Like we already talked about, lost to Eric Cannon in the first round. Nate Webb tags in. Bryce Benjamin trying to get control here.
Now Brandon Tomaselli circling the ring, and a drop toe hold takes Joey Ryan down to the mat.
There you go, Tomaselli.
Brandon getting a little bit of riding time in, and now rolls him up. And reversal by Ryan.
He pushed off the ropes there, actually. Now Tomaselli with that amateur background, just laying now on top of his opponent, looking for any way to get those shoulders on the mat. That's always his game plan when he has his opponent on the mat, always looking to get those shoulders down, those amateur instincts. Now
a front face lock chokehold applied by Brandon Tomaselli.
he does have his legs wrapped around the waist of Joey Ryan.
Pop your hips, pop your hips.
Hold it. And a tag made to Puma. And Puma delivers with a chop and a European uppercut. But that
Sends Joey Ryan reeling. He tried to make a tag, unable to do so. Puma breaks him down.
You can almost see Double C and Alex Shelley itching to get back in the ring after the door was open for the European uppercut.
Double C, the master of the European uppercut. Now Puma tags in Nate Webb as they work over Joey Ryan. Ryan now in control. Looking for a tag. Shelley tags in.
Solid shot. And this, the second persona for Alex Shelley throughout the course of the tournament, or throughout the course of TPI. Of course, last night, I don't believe homage is quite the word I would use to the Reckless Youth.
Double C now in.
And we have double leg grapevines.
Brandon Tomaselli now in.
And here we go. We already have assorted submissions. And straight shots, kicks straight to the back of Brandon Tomaselli. And Puma, now all 8 men in the ring. And we're having a rapid fire percussion session in the middle of the rings of the Ted Petty Invitational.
Everybody spills out. Super Dragon now takes Nate Webb and corners him.
And Super Dragon
Back in now.
Super Dragon's kick right into Nate Webb, setting him up now. And we've got a snap suplex.
Snaps, beautiful. Float over, yes. Just a 2 count. Drops a knee right in the face of Spider Nate Webb.
Super Dragon maintaining control for his team. Back into the corner goes Webb, and back into the ring is Alex Shelley.
Nate Webb in a bad place here at this point.
Both men trading blows now.
Drop toe hold. More homage to the great Muda. Paid here by Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley now applying the armbar. Once again going back to the arm of Spider Nate Webb. Webb has been in the ring for quite some time now. Needs to make a tag, get a fresh man from his team back into the ring.
Shelley working over that arm now. Webb now trying to reverse, and he does. Shelley takes him over.
Snapmare, but Nate Webb hangs on. Another snapmare. And again, Nate Webb hanging onto the arm. Excellent control of the left wrist right now. And a snapmare. This time Shelley successful and slaps on a rear chin lock. But Webb once again
able to reverse. Snapmare over. Rear chin lock. Nate able to snake his way back out again. Shelley cannot seem to get the upper hand here on Nate Webb. Up and over.
Very
all
interesting
around.
counterback
Sunset
body drop.
flip. Rolls through. Catches the leg. Rolls him over. 1, 2.
Come on, Bryce.
Leg
One.
sweep.
Nobody home on the elbow. Standoff. Nate Webb.
Little bit of moving and grooving from the Spider and pushed straight down to the mat by Alex Shelley. And we've got a tag Puma back in. Shelley setting him up. Vertical suplex position, up and over goes Puma. Has the waist lock reversed by Shelley. Back elbow. Puma up and over.
Up and over. Very creative there. Takes out the leg of Alex Shelley.
Attempted enziguri thwarted by Shelley, and a drop kick by Puma. Connects. Spin kick. And a little moving and grooving now out of Puma.
A little bit of Nate Webb rubbing off on Puma there, obviously. European uppercut sends Shelley flying.
Hey Puma, can I get some of your tots? I like your mask horns. They're big.
Shenanigans aside for a moment, albeit a brief moment.
Puma in control here.
I can't believe I just saw Puma bust out the Napoleon Genie in a bottle dance here at the Ted Petty Invitational. Tremendous.
Tomaselli now back in for his team. Team Webb able to cut off the ring here on Alex Shelley. Team Super Dragon looking on. Super Dragon now into the ring. Foot tag there. Puma back in.
So far, all 8 men still in this match for their teams. It'll be interesting to see who might be able to get the first strength in numbers. After one fall, you know one team will have a 4-3 advantage, and you do not want to stay on the downside of that number advantage, the numerical advantage. Strength
Tree
in
of woe
bodies.
here now. No, absolutely. Every fall in this match is going to create a new dynamic in this match.
And Puma
leaping drop kick right on the face of Alex Shelley, and Alex Shelley doesn't know where he is. Puma turns him over, cover 1, 2.
Puma gracefully flying through the air and connects directly in the face with Alex Shelley, who was in the proverbial tree of woe.
Shelley now
connects.
spinning, kick connects.
Hey, that wasn't a real tag. Come on, Remsburg. Double C, and here we go. The European uppercuts begin. What variations will we see from Claudio Castagnoli? Perhaps we'll see
Puma
Tope
up and over now,
uppercut.
hey! Claudio Castagnoli being out-quicked here by Puma. There, he cuts him off with a European uppercut.
And perhaps going for the Ricola bomb. No, Puma scouting that
Overhand
maneuver.
chops.
Into the corner. Leaping. Hurricane Rana takes Castagnoli over to the other corner. Pushing off. Puma now. Looked like a tornado head scissor, but no, spun him right back around for the arm dragon to the outside. Goes double C Claudio Castagnoli. And Puma taking him out, and Super Dragon back in.
Come up from behind.
And he connected with the three teenagers I can't see through.
Super Dragon now setting up Puma. In the tree of woe again. And now disrespecting him.
We've seen the curb stomp many times out of Super Dragon, but this would be the jump stomp and a
drop
baseball
kick
slide.
in his face. Puma double teamed. Team Super Dragon takes advantage here.
Joey Ryan to take over on Puma now. Team Dragon with a clear advantage.
Playing the numbers game.
And Puma maybe inching his way toward the first elimination. Drop kick, very well placed by Joey Ryan.
5 seconds, let's go, Joey. 1.
And Castagnoli back into the ring. Snapmares him over. And sitting abdominal stretch now. Yet again, trying to take some of the energy out of the fast-moving, high-flying Puma.
Now figure fouring those legs. Really wrenching in now.
Puma feeding off the energy once more of these fans here in Hammond, Indiana. Now Super Dragon is back in the ring. Kick to the face. And Super Dragon drops the elbow on the cover, but Remsburg trying to get Castagnoli out of the ring, but not quite a count of 3. Super Dragon with a snapmare and very tense head scissors right now.
Super Dragon picking up where Claudio left off, in control of Puma. Brian Danielson pointing out earlier tonight here on commentary the effects of a move like this that Super Dragon has applied, the air being cut off.
And now Puma
able to roll back over now with the legs locked.
looked like it was going for some variety of a clover leaf, but Dragon
able to get in the ropes.
Successfully makes it to the bottom noodle.
Claudio sneaking in, drop kicking him in the back of the head. Super Dragon getting out of harm's way. Joey Ryan in now on another non-tag, as they're really starting to take it to Puma here.
Puma rolling through, connects with a kick to the back of the head, and there's a small package. 1-2, and no.
Almost. Joey Ryan follows it up with a vicious lariat.
Once again, trying to go for the wear down Super Dragon. Moments ago with the head scissor, Joey Ryan now with a chin lock, variation on a sleeper hold. Generico seems to be able to taste getting back into the ring. Puma desperately needs to get to the corner to tag in the fresh man, or they will be the first team to be down 4-3.
Puma now trying to fight back. Joey Ryan now tags in his partner, Double C.
The IWA Switzerland champion. Now, I almost thought he was going for a giant swing, a move.
Again now, Shelley trying to get the referee and effectively trying to cause commotion. Well, oh, here we go now. Oh, wait a minute.
Lord. Dragging to the top rope.
An assisted curb stomp.
The first
Oh my
quadruple team.
God.
Puma's skull crashing into the mat and into the Border City stretch.
That's it, Bryce Renberg throwing it out. He can't continue. He's been knocked out. I think he's been knocked out. A vicious assisted curb stomp puts Puma out.
Puma unable to make the tag. We are now at a 4-3 advantage for Team Super Dragon.
Team Super Dragon now has the numbers advantage. It's now 4-3.
And
Generico coming in for his team.
Generico, you could see him itching, wanting his partner Puma to make the tag, and Generico already into the corner, and that was what spelled the beginning of the end for Puma. And now Castagnoli has Generico, and perhaps we're going to go for the 3-hour vertical suplex from Castagnoli. All right, stopwatch, please. We're at least 5 seconds.
Nate Webb assisting Puma to the back. Puma was killed on that assisted curb stomp.
The conclusion of this vertical suplex will be on the unannounced Night 3 edition of the TPI, holding Generico up for a very long time.
Last night did it for what, 43 seconds was it? Chris Hero telling us about a time in CZW when he did this move to Mike Quackenbush for a record 80 seconds. Beating a record previously held by Kenta Kobashi.
Castagnoli, his upper body strength, holding Generico, and now crashing to the mat, floats over, and a count of 2 is all he can get.
Double C now tags into Super Dragon with just a vicious backhand and a front hand slap and another. Oh,
and we
big
graduated
time
from
forearm.
slaps, from the slaps to the forearms. Super Dragon now backing Generico into the corner and lights his chest on fire.
Super Dragon, known for his heavy hitting, his big time strikes, and his general dislike for just about everybody he wrestles. Chop across the face, a slap, another chop across the face and jaw of El Generico.
Super Dragon now has been in reverse DDT position, but looks like going for a reverse suplex and driving.
Rolls all the way over into a submission hold. Alex Shelley again now.
Combination Dragon
Holding
Sleeper,
off.
Camel Clutch. And into a pin Generico. Kicking out.
Back into another submission maneuver. Generico in a world of trouble here now.
And this would not be a good position for the Spider or Brandon Tomaselli if Generico were to go down to this particular submission hold. And
Super Dragon tagging into Double C. Team Super Dragon has been awfully impressive at this point.
A lot of blood flow cut off to the brain of Generico during that maneuver, and Castagnoli back to the arm.
Come on, get out of there.
And the tag is made to Alex Shelley.
Drag your leg, pull your way in, roll in.
Generico trying, but Alex Shelley now. Shelley and Brandon Tomaselli exchanging a little spittle there.
Pamela from Alex Shelley.
Generico trying to get to the tag, but Shelley doing everything in his power to keep him from doing just that. Generico in a world of trouble.
Alex Shelley now, tremendous belly-to-back suplex.
More tribute to the Great Muta there by Alex Shelley. Summoning the spirit of the Great Muta here has been Alex Shelley throughout the entire night.
Did Muta die since night 1 of the Ted Petty Invitational? My condolences to the Muto family.
Double team maneuver now. Choking El Generico as well as putting pressure on the sides of his head. And they have just treated El Generico like a rag doll. Super Dragon with just a violent kick to the face.
Generico not in good position, and now Super Dragon has him on the outside, and the fans wisely getting the hell out of the way, and chop! They're right here in front of us.
Super Dragon really going at El Generico here. It is breaking down.
It might be time to duck and cover. They're getting dangerously close to our position.
The match has come to an abrupt halt as Super Dragon drags El Generico out.
Dragon having a seat and boots to the face of Generico. And we're once again back inside the ring.
Vicious attack by Super Dragon on El Generico there. The action back in the ring now as Joey Ryan tags in Double C. You can see Brandon Tomaselli and Nate Webb itching to get in to try to help out their tag team partner here. They are already, their backs up against the wall, down a member. Generico now firing back. Ducks the clothesline.
Generico off the ropes, going for a springboard DDT. Castagnoli.
Oh, into a European uppercut. Reverses the choke submission into a vicious European uppercut.
So many variations we have seen out of Claudio Castagnoli with the European uppercut. And now Ryan.
A new variation here tonight. Now Joey Ryan rolling him over.
European uppercut to the back, super kick. And now this is very dangerous positioning. Double stomp.
Double stomp onto the stomach of El Generico.
Twice Super Dragon is connected.
Now the Ricola bomb. The Ricola bomb. Reversed. 1, 2, 3. Generico with an upset pin. Unbelievable elimination. Team Super Dragon didn't even see it. Their backs were turned.
We now have an even playing field, Ben. We have a 3-on-3 matchup once more.
A reversal of the Ricola bomb. Double C never saw it coming, and he has been eliminated. Generico again now. Spinning DDT. He got caught trying to give that maneuver with Double C, but was able to hit it this time against Joey Ryan. The crowd begging.
Generico leads.
Tag in now. Brandon Tomaselli gets the tag in. Big forearm strike. Huge lariat. High knee. Alex Shelley now tagged in. Tomaselli now reversed.
Standing moonsault, lateral press, but 2 is all he can get.
Tomaselli staying right on him. Tomaselli holds a victory over Alex Shelley. Standing shooting star press. 1, 2. Only a 2. Drop kick. Tomaselli now maybe setting up for a dive. The crowd getting behind. Stereo planchas. And Team Nate Webb getting the advantage in the situation now. Tomaselli rolls Alex Shelley back into the ring.
Brandon Tomaselli back to the top rope.
Going up to the top rope there. Catches a enziguri right to the side of the head. Shelley now picks Tomaselli all the way back up now on the top rope. Generico and and Super Dragon battle on the outside. Tomaselli now fighting his way out. A slap in the face of Delirious there at Shadows Over Hell. And no, Super Dragon pulls out Bryce Remsburg.
Look out.
Joey Ryan now. I think he has some brass knuckles. Blast Brandon Tomaselli.
Maybe a little bit too worried about Delirious.
Going for the cover now. 1, 2, 3. Unbelievable. Tomaselli, just moments after hitting the Shadows Over Hell, is eliminated after getting hit with brass knucks by Joey Ryan. Alex Shelley now in the ring. Nate Webb fighting with all he has. His team down 2 members to 3. Tumbleweed in the corner.
Nate possibly looking for the arachnid kick.
Oh, Dragon Screw Leb Whip. Right to the knee.
All the
Shining Wizard.
really makes me miss Muda.
Straight Mafia kick. Super kick. Shelley up and down. 1, 2. No! Nate Webb just able to kick out. Alex Shelley unable to keep Nate Webb down. Nate Webb now reversing all the way around. Soylent Green?
And it is people.
It is, people. 2, 3. Nate Webb. Nate Webb eliminating Alex Shelley. And it is 2 against 2. Nate Webb and El Generico against Joey Ryan and Super Dragon. Joey Ryan now. Oh, double stomp. 1, 2, 3. Nate Webb. Super Dragon and Joey Ryan now in firm control.
This does not bode well for El Generico.
Two members representing Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And now listen to the crowd rally behind the generic luchador. They want to see the upset.
Generico not sure where to start.
Bryce Remsburg helping him out and saying this is not going to be a 2-on-1, 1 in, 1 out. But Generico taking the fight to both men. Ryan now, the numbers game, just too much. Generico has taken an absolute beating thus far. Super Dragon being especially rough. At one point, just pulling Generico out of the match, throwing him through some chairs, viciously attacking him. Some obvious unresolved issues between these two.
Stranglehold right now across the top rope. Generico's already been worn down multiple occasions in this match. And worn down and in the corner of the team with the 2-1 advantage is not where Generico wants to be at this time. Ryan now sends him off the ropes. And look out.
Up and around.
Sending Super Dragon in. Crushing the face of Joey Ryan.
Ryan now sent to the outside. Wait a minute. This could be it, that top rope brainbuster.
He has the front face lock cinched in.
Oh, there it is. He hit it. The top rope brainbuster. Super Dragon all the way to the outside.
sweet, merciful God. That was tremendous.
Joey Ryan now back in and attacking El Generico from behind. Generico, reversal. Big time Mafia kick. Oh, drops him on his head. Rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. 1 down, 1 to go.
And then there were 2. We are down to Super Dragon and Generico.
Super Dragon still on the outside, feeling the effects of that top rope brainbuster. Or brainbuster, as El Generico likes to call it. Generico realizing that he cannot pin Super Dragon on the outside. Now picking Super Dragon up off the outside. You can see Super Dragon still holding his head and neck. Taking that vicious top rope brainbuster. 1, 2. Dragon able to get the shoulder up. El Generico at a disadvantage, able to eliminate one of the last 2 members of Team Super Dragon.
Now bringing Super Dragon back up to his feet. Generico sends him into the corner. Generico, full head of steam, and
Here it is.
The half and half.
Save that. Super Dragon stands right up, turns him inside out with a huge clothesline. 1, 2. Generico kicks out. Bryce Remsburg counting both men down. Who will be the first to reach their feet?
And Super Dragon now. Looks like he's got the bigger strength advantage, getting back to his feet.
Super Dragon now.
Looking for a powerbomb, possibly a variation on the pile driver. No. Solid shots. Just
Wicked.
Just igniting
Kawada
the
kicks
back.
to the face. Vicious Kawada kicks. Oh, another huge clothesline lariat. Super Dragon picks him right back up. Oh, sticks him. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, Super Dragon.
And Super Dragon victorious here in the special 8-man elimination tag team attraction. Defeating El Generico.